What is good, my people? It is the third Sub-Zero, and I'm here again to try and get you guys to pay attention to what's going on right in front of you. No, I'm just kidding. But I do want to bring up an issue that has been going around in the Mortal Kombat community, and that is, as the title suggests, is NRS making the female characters in Mortal Kombat ugly? We're just going to get right into it. I'm going to be taking a look at all the characters. We're going to be looking at a lot of the character models. You know, sometimes there's not going to be something to say. We're just going to look. All right? All right, first we're going to start with Mileena in Mortal Kombat 2. As you can see on the screen there, it was a pretty basic design that they used to have. I mean, besides when they, decided that, hey, when she takes her mask off, we're going to make it so that, like, she has, like, shark teeth. Besides that, she was exactly like Kitana, just a different color. Which in itself, it's cool. It's cool. They gave her some different moves. They were trying to save on memory, so hence the reason why the character looks exactly like Kitana. Here's her appearance in Mortal Kombat 3. They changed her appearance slightly. They opened the front up so that now you can see cleavage. And the thing that's crazy is that that's the backwards direction that we're going now. And why is that? I really don't know the reasoning as to why. I don't even pretend to. Here's her appearance in Mortal Kombat Gold. Not Mortal Kombat 4. She wasn't in Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat Gold was a different version of Mortal Kombat Gold was a different version of Mortal Kombat 4 that was released for the Dreamcast with some extra characters. She was one of the ones that was included. With this look, she still stays true to her Mortal Kombat 3 design in that it's just, she shows the cleavage, it's cut wide open, and of course she still has her teeth, The next time that we would see Mileena would be in actually Mortal Kombat Deception. And this is the cinematic that, well, it wasn't NetherRealm at the time. It was Midway. But this is the cinematic that they released. And boy, oh boy, I tell you what, they knew what they were doing. All right? You don't put something like this out and not know what you're doing. Okay? I promise you, I promise you, they knew what they were doing. Okay? So this was Mortal Kombat Deception. She wasn't in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. I really do like the design. It's very iconic for Mileena. We have seen it. I've seen numerous people cosplay this, and I'll say this. I don't know how they make the boobs stay. I have no idea how they do it. It makes no sense. Hers staying doesn't make. I mean, hers look like rocks. Like they're like two hard rocks. They really leaned into it with this one. As you can see, she looks like a stripper. All right. I mean, I'd pay her. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She looks like a stripper. Next time we see Mileena would be Mortal Kombat 9. This is the cinematic for Mortal Kombat 9. And surprise, surprise, they did it again. They put her in there and they worked on those jiggle physics till they got it just right. And Ed Boon was just like, yeah, they're going to like that. Yeah. They knew what they were doing, though, man. They knew exactly what they were doing. So here's a full body of Mileena in Mortal Kombat 9. A lot of things that I like about it. I like her eyes. I like the thing that I like the most actually with this costume or this design is the back. Of course I love the front, okay? But the back, I mean, like, it's the gold accents that they have around, how they pull it down around her abdomen, and then it's like a V. Come on, man. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And they gave her a little booty too, They ain't play her like, they gonna start to doing some of these later titles. All right. But I ain't gonna be too mad at them. It's just they tried. She also had her alternate designs, which were the one on the right it's actually pretty famous, I would say, because people had to do a lot to unlock it. It was actually not very easy to unlock. You had to beat Challenge 300 on the Challenge Tower in order to actually unlock this. So, yeah, I mean, I know people. I know what y'all was doing. Y'all was spending all y'all time on that. I already know. And don't lie. The next time we see Mileena would be in MKX, and this design is pretty good. I do like the top, and I like how they made the bottom. Those pants look like, they don't even look like pants. Like they look like I don't know, but they don't look like pant material. But it was a good design either way. I think that this one, they were clearly, from Mortal Kombat 9, they were taking a step in the other direction. And you know, I don't know if I was, you know, I didn't like it that much. But there's a lot of things that I don't like. Doesn't mean they're not good. It just means I don't like them. Next time we see Mileena will actually be in Mortal Kombat 11. And with this design, even though I would say it is like they're covering her up even more. You know, they made her boobs smaller. Well, they had already made them smaller in the last game. And I do like what they did with her face. You know, they made her she looks Asian. And I think that that's cool. That's the thing they're trying to do with her body too, I would assume. But it's just weird when we saw the character, you know, completely the opposite of this. Okay? Like the complete opposite. Nonetheless, though, after Mortal Kombat 11, we would see the character, of course, in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, this design, I like it. And I like the haircut. Okay? I'm not even gonna, because I have heard a lot of things about this, and some people don't like it. I like her eyes. They changed it, obviously, because it's red now. And I like the haircut. Personally, this one is pretty good. Like, when I started this video, it's not like I knew what my answer was going to be with, are they making them uglier? I don't really know. I was going to kind of just figure it out with you guys. And I mean, from looking at all the 3D designs, I am leaning towards no. But before this, I was leaning towards yeah. All right, so let's look at them all side by side. We got MK9, MKX, MK11, and MK1 in all their glory. Seeing them like this gives you the best opportunity to actually look at all the subtle differences in the character. Obviously, we were playing on generations before the system, you know, that we're currently on. So to say that, you know, the character's faces, you know, the character face looks better back then, that doesn't really, of course the character face didn't look better back then. You couldn't even tell who they were. You couldn't, I mean, they didn't look like real people. They didn't have like real people faces. All right. I did this for just to show, kind of illustrate, first of all, trying to even get a picture or video or whatever of females butt in this game it's actually pretty hard because they always cover it up. They always put something in the way. Like, look, they did it here too. You can see a little bit. We don't want you to see the whole thing. Who cares? It's a butt. I know what butts look like. You don't know what a butt look like? But again, this is just the top half of them. This just shows you the subtle differences. I think that honestly, my favorite design actually would be Mortal Kombat 11. Well, besides Mortal Kombat 9. Okay, clearly Mortal Kombat 9 is my favorite, but besides that one, guys, come on. All right, next up, we're gonna be talking about Kitana. Kitana also made her debut in Mortal Kombat 2. As I said earlier, she's a complete clone of Mileena. They're clones of each other. They're the same person. They just gave them different special moves, but they are clearly the same. Here's her MK3 bio, and this is also how they did the same thing. They opened up her cleavage, and they just were a little bit more risque, if you will. But I like it. I think that they were going in the right direction, really. It seems like sex, violence, and like, you know, disrespectful banter all go hand in hand with this game. So I don't see the problem. Next time we see Kitana would be in Mortal Kombat Gold, which, as I told you guys before, it was like a second release of Mortal Kombat 4 for the Dreamcast, and she was one of the extra characters that they included in the game. All right, next time that we see Kitana would actually be Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, and she wasn't actually in Deception. She was in the PlayStation port, which was called Unchained. She was in that. And then, of course, she was in Armageddon. But she actually was not actually in Deception. They actually did not include her. Her designs, they pretty much stay true to exactly who Kitana has always been. It looks like, they changed the top. So the top now, instead of it starting, the cut starting from the top and going down, it starts from the bottom and goes up. All right. But, you know, she still got boobs. You know, they didn't take everything away, which, you know, I'm glad. They shouldn't. Next time that we see Kitana would be actually in Mortal Kombat versus DC. Now, this game, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not like a superhero guy. So, you know, I didn't play this game, okay? Just straight up, I didn't play this game. But I do think that her design actually looks pretty good, though. The buttock was actually pretty good. The way that her hair is like just doesn't move whatsoever is kind of hilarious. But the design was pretty good, I thought. Here you see we got the MK Gold, the Deadly Alliance look, and the MK versus DC all side by side in their glory. And I mean, I think they stayed pretty true. She has stayed, like, honestly, she looked more Asian back then. Like, if you look at MK Gold, she looked more Asian then than she do now. Well, not now. Now she looks very Asian, but they were going away from that. It's funny because I thought that they were trying to, like, go that direction to make them Asian because they never did it before. But apparently, they did. Next time we see her would be, of course, in Mortal Kombat 9. So they really, really changed her design. I love it. This is actually the one that my girlfriend has this outfit. And boy, I tell you what. No, I really like it. I do. As you can see, this is the way that she, you know, was looking in Mortal Kombat 1. And yeah, it's different, but acceptable. All right. Here, I just put this in here because these are her two alternate outfits. I just figured you guys would be interested because they have the same on the right there. That's the one that they use for Mortal Kombat 2. Now the one on the left, I don't know where they made that thing up. I will say this though, they made her face. Her face was actually pretty in this game. Well, it was pretty compared to what I'm about to show you. Okay, just wait. They also did include this one, which was, I mean, man, it's killer. Come on. This is the Mortal Kombat 3 skin, and you can see they took the cleavage even farther down. And they put the little thing in her hair, which I love that. That goes perfect for Kitana. That's perfect with her look. So I think that one, they did a really good job with that. Let's see here. Get a little drink of this water while you watch this. The agua. It's very yummy. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next time that we see Kitana, which would be Mortal Kombat X. Yeah. X, excuse me. Okay, they changed this design. They made her look very royal. Probably my favorite thing about this design is her hair. It looks like a different version of like Princess Leia. You know, and then they put the chopsticks in her hair again. The butt, I have no idea what they're doing with that butt. Are those baggy? Are those baggy? One thing I will say is that bros. She's ugly, bros. Do you see that face, bros? Bros. Bros. I don't know why they tried to make her look like a drag queen, but if you look at the top there, they was covering the cleavage up with metal freaking. What is that? That doesn't make sense how it's sitting on her skin. That doesn't make sense. It should be taut. It shouldn't be sitting on her skin like that. That makes no sense. But nonetheless, she was a little busted in MKX, but MK11, I gotta say, I liked her design in this game. I did. Now, you see, I'm sure you see that you see that ass. They made it flat. You know, it's still cute. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's still cute. They just gave her like an authentic Asian body. And again, the name of the video is, are they making the female characters ugly? Not are they downsizing on the tits and ass, you know? I don't know if I should have said that. But anyways, next time we see Kitana, Mortal Kombat 1, of course. And, dude, she's the most beautiful girl in the game. Yeah, she is. I mean, to me, like, I mean, Mileena is pretty, and obviously Nara is pretty too. But for me, I think that they really nailed it with the facial actress that they chose to play Kitana, and it just looks like that's who Kitana is. All right, let's take a look here at some side by sides. As you see there, we got Mortal Kombat 9, MKX. That is MK11. That is an alternate costume that I put there because I wanted them to look close, you know, as close as possible to one another in terms of the actual outfit that they're wearing. And then that last one is obviously MK1. Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the biggest things that they did was make her boobs smaller. Her butt isn't really like they actually brought it back because if you look at the way that they had it in MK11, it's better than, you know, they gave it a little bit more roundness, so they took a step in the right direction, but they should have went here or there or there. I'm just saying. Next up, we got Sonya Blade, and man, look at that pic. Man, that looks rough. That looks rough, okay? That looks rough. She was in Mortal Kombat 1, so we gotta give it to her. You know, she's one of the OGs. She's been around for a very long time. But man, yeah, you know. She's just in workout clothes and she's got her panties on over. I don't know what that means. I don't know why they do it. But she's wearing her I think they did that in like the 80s. They work out with their panties on the outside. What is that? Is she got like a pouch or something? Is it a whatever? Anyways, when I was a kid, I used to think that little pose that she did was I thought it was very attractive. I thought she was cute. I don't know what I was thinking. Next time we see her was in Mortal Kombat 3. She was in one of the few people actually in Mortal Kombat 3. She was in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 as well, but she was also in the regular Mortal Kombat 3. The actress who plays this Sonya, in my opinion, her name is Carrie Hoskins. This would be probably the best iteration of Sonya that we would ever see, to me. That's my opinion. It's just, I like the design. It's way better than that last one, man. Like, she kind of looked like, she actually looked slightly intimidating like that, to me. But when she just had on the green stuff with the panties on the outside, no, not at all. Next time we see her would be Mortal Kombat 4. They really nailed it here, man. Like, the graphics were polygons. Like, what I mean is like big fat squares, you know? And they were still able to give us one of the best looking Sonyas that I feel like that we would ever see. Maybe? Kind of. This is the next time that we see her, which is the complete departure from what we were used to, because now she's got this, you know, she got this thong sticking out, and they made her boobs bigger in this game. As you'll see, the mechanics that they did with this game with the boobs, it kind of was a little bit over the top, but nonetheless, it sparked some interest, I'm sure, amongst some fans. I played it. I know that. Next up, we see Sonya will be actually in Mortal Kombat versus DC. She was one of the 2 female characters to appear in this game. Her and Kitana were the only female characters in this game. I like this design as well. She's got like the, you know, the whole Colonel Sanders thing going on, which I do like. I definitely do like it, especially, I mean, we take a look at what was probably my favorite design, this Mortal Kombat 4 design, and then maybe that was probably my second favorite. This is probably my first favorite. And we just kind of look at the middle. It's like, yeah, that still looks like her. That still looks like her. Obviously, they changed her face, not Kerry Hoskins anymore. But I think it still looks like her. I mean, hey, it's better than this, all right? It's better than that. Yeah, I didn't even bother showing you guys that. She looks like a Soviet dictator or something, man. Take that shit off. This is the side-by-side. We just kind of see what they did with her Deadly Alliance character model, and then the Mortal Kombat 8, Mortal Kombat versus DC, versus what I consider to be probably the best character design for Sonya that I've seen with the 3-dimension, you know, because obviously before they were digitized graphics. Now when they started with Mortal Kombat 4, I think that's probably the best 3D design, and that might be bad because, man, that was a long time ago. Next time we see Sonya would be Mortal Kombat 9. And boy, did they make the boobs big. My friends tell me that she looked like let's not say what my friends said that let's not actually. Let's just say that she kind of, them shoulders is broad, bro. Like they made her like pretty strong up top, but then her bottom is like, yeah, I'm just a little girl at the bottom, but I'm a big burly man up top. Sorry. Then we get like a complete just why? Just, what did we do to deserve this? What did we do to deserve Sonya looking like dog? What is this? Like, they gave her one long ponytail. Hold on, let's go back to the front. Dude. No. And the butt is just egregiously flat. And the face is egregiously ugly. She ain't cute, man. And they clearly was. They was like, yeah, she don't need to be cute. She's Sonya Blade. Yeah. In your bra. MKX versus my favorite MK4 and MK9. You know, you see the differences. You know? I mean, because even in MK4, like before they were like trying to do the whole button boobs. I mean, they was doing the boobs, but it was just like, you know, normal. You know, it was still better than what they're doing now. They was like, now they're like, no, don't you dare. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much booty. Next we see her at MK11. And dude, this is like almost, okay. I'm going to say that her original, like this is the outfit that she starts in. It's just as bad as MKX, okay? It's just as bad. I don't know what look at the hat, man. Like, even if they would have put a hat on her and then they would have stuck her ponytail through the little back thing, that would have looked sweet. That would have looked kind of, you know, kind of cute. But she sounded like a butch dude. Like, who are you talking to, man? I will punch you in your mouth. Luckily, they made this for us. All right. Now, funny thing is, when I went back and looked for this, I can't find it. I don't know how I got this, but this is like this is a take on her Mortal Kombat 3 design, which again was my favorite one. And I know a lot of people we were kind of harping on what's the UFC, Ronda Rousey, who does the facial acting in the voice acting for this character. And we used to kind of, talk about the fact that she was, we used to kind of say that she was unattractive. And honestly, in this, she's not. Like right there, she's not. And if we look at them side by side with Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11, we will see that Mortal Kombat X was way uglier, way more busted, and way more rubbery looking. But also that is a callback to her original, as you can see, that's her Mortal Kombat 1 design. And she got the panties on the outside. You know what I just noticed though? I think they made it it used to be a thong. And then they was like, oh, they can't make a thong on the outside. That's too much. Like, dude, did you really? Whatever. Those are my two favorite Sonya designs. Side by side in all their glory. We actually do see Sonya again, if you want to say that, because we see her again as a cameo in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, this ain't good. It is a callback to her Mortal Kombat 1, the 1992 Mortal Kombat 1. They made her panties even bigger. Like I could swear, like, look, no, that's not this one. This one. Did they make her panties bigger? No, I think they're the same size. Dude, I swear she was wearing a thong back in the day, man. I could be wrong. But let's take a look at MK1 and 11 versus my favorite MK4. And just take that in. Soak that in, why don't ya? Soak it in. I got one question for you. Who did it best? I think I'd have to go with Mortal Kombat 4 or Ronda Rousey. But the last two entries, MKX and MK1, no, just now. Matter of fact, here I got one for y'all. Boom, that's it. It's not hard. Put her in the game. Next up, who is this chick? No, I'm just kidding. This is Scarlet. What's crazy is that because I didn't play Mortal Kombat 9 that much, this character went under the radar for me actually until Mortal Kombat 11, and then I had to go back and see, like, who is this? Oh, okay. Now it all makes sense. This is what she looked like in Mortal Kombat 9. They gave her like they call it a turtleneck mask. They only make them in Turkestan. No, I don't know what that is, but it's kind of cool because it gives her, again, her own personality. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have to be exactly like Kitana or Mileena. She's got a little something different there. Also, her butt is being covered up with a square piece of cloth. Ain't that so sweet of them to put a piece of cloth there for us? How nice. So, crazily, if that's a word, we went from this Scarlet in MK9 to an MK11, this Scarlet. I'm going to let you just take a look at that. Why? Where is she? Is she supposed to be like from Mad Max or something? Like, let's take a look, like side by side. Like, look at this. Dog, bro. Dog, she would listen. Okay, they be trying to say, oh, if they were fighting, they would need armor and stuff. Bro, if she was fighting in this, if she was fighting in this, she would have a heat stroke and die. There's no question she would die. She couldn't even, dog. Luckily, they had an alternate costume because I don't even want to compare these two because it's just so bad. Where they did like, you know, this is the classic the classic MK3 skin, but you know, obviously Scarlet wasn't in MK3, but they just pretended like she was. Scarlet is probably the only person on this roster who they decided like, we'll give her a little butt. Yeah, a little roundness there. One thing I did think about with why they probably don't like to do like the big boobs and stuff and the big butts, it's just more character design for them. It's more work. They don't want to do all that. If you just make them, they never move. You just make them flat. Or they could say the character had breast implants, which therefore made them so that they couldn't move, so they don't have to do jiggle physics. All right, next up we got Jade. As you can see in Mortal Kombat 3, Jade was like, she was black, bro. You know, like they try to like change the way that she looks now to like a little bit more like, I don't know, like light skin or whatever, but she was black, bro. She was actually not you couldn't pick this character until Mortal Kombat 3, but the sprite that I have on the screen there is from Mortal Kombat 2. She was a hidden secret character that you could fight. You had to do like, I don't know, all low kicks or some crud. I don't remember. But this is the new character model that you could actually select the character in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which you know, this is just another character's palette swap. You know, they just made the skin dark too. So, you know, I'm not too mad at it. This is also when they first introduced her to have that staff. Well, actually, yeah. This is when they first introduced the staff as one of her in her repertoire. All right. Next time we see Jade, this is actually well, this one's cool. This is Mortal Kombat Deception, and the character design on this is really good. Like I like the hair. They didn't even go crazy with the boobs or the butt. They didn't, you know, like look at that thing. That thing is flat as a pancake. And she still looks good. But this is famously when they did this. Tell me if you guys remember this.
Hi, I'm Jade from Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, saved Earthrealm from evil, yada yada yada. That was tough. But now I'm ready for some real competition. Here, write this down. I'm
yes, ma'am.
3624.
3624, got it.
Oh
my God.
I'm a Scorpio.
Slow down.
Winning Girls Gone Wired isn't just about a pretty face.
Stop it.
You think Pamela Anderson can hack a guy into rotating saw blades?
Maybe.
I've got the brains, the brawn, and the polygons to win this thing. If I have to break every one of you in half to do it. So vote for me, Jade.
Listen, Jade, did she just talk about Pamela Anderson like that? She don't know what Pamela Anderson can do, but what's hilarious though is that they made that for those little horny kids like me back then. Too bad I didn't see it back then. I wish I would have known it was out. The internet was such a baby, such an infant. Next time we see Jay would actually be in Mortal Kombat 9, and yeah. Let's get close up to that. They weren't playing. Clearly, they were not here to play any games because they said, look, let's do Triple D. All right, we're gonna do Triple D. We're gonna make them really huge, and we're gonna work on the jiggle physics, which they did in this game. They did a pretty good job. They jiggled pretty good. All the butts are the same in this game. They all got the same butt. But it's all good though. It's all, you know, nice little cute butt. Me gusta. I like the way that this is actually almost like how we were talking about the way that you can be true to your old design, but still add some flavor into it. This is definitely this is a great example of that. They also did the classic MK3 alternate skin as well, which I mean, how could you not like it? What don't you like about it? Is she too pretty? Is she too pretty? She's too pretty. But yeah, they did a good job with kind of staying original or staying true to what her original design was. I love the back. I love the thong thing. I love the color schemes. I love it all. All right. So we don't see Jade again. We don't see her in MKX. She doesn't make an appearance in MKX, but she does make an appearance in MK11. And while she is still pretty, we'll just look. They covered up everything. They did it again. They did it again. They just covered up everything. So, I mean, like I said, she is pretty. Like, she still has a pretty face. Matter of fact, I think to me in this game, Jade is to me she's the most attractive woman in this game. And the girls weren't like ugly in this game, but she was the most attractive to me. Let's take a look at some side by sides. Okay. You got Deception all the way to the left, MK9 in the middle, MKX on the right. I kind of like that outfit from her all the way to the right. She looks like Little Miss Red Riding Hood or something. Well, she's not Little Miss Green Riding Hood or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, but the two most recent designs are there before you. And, they just decided they wanted to cover her all the way up. And I like both of these designs. Like, I feel like you could just put them together. Just, like, combine them like this. Like that, or maybe like this, or like that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's up to them. They hold all the chips and the cards, man. We can live in that dream world, can't we? Next up, we got Tanya. Tanya, I actually remember very vividly because I was a kid when Mortal Kombat 4 was coming out, and I remember reading a Gamers magazine. I don't remember what it was. But I remember they had a whole section about her and how they were adding her. And I was just like, wow. Like, she was beautiful, of course, which is hilarious because if you look at her, she doesn't look like a person. But I was in love, okay? Next time we saw her after Mortal Kombat 4 was Mortal Kombat Deception. And her two designs on Deception, they're pretty good. They gave her like a... Oh, I thought this was a dress. No, this is like a corset, and then she has like a skirt on, or whatever the feezy that is. I like this too. They covered up all the titties, and it still looks good. I like that. This is her 3D design in Mortal Kombat Deception. Again, I like it. It looks pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't see Tanya for a long time after this. We actually don't see Tanya again until MKX. And I will say this though, her appearance in MKX was good. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Like, let's just say they didn't go in the direction that they were going with a lot of the other characters in this game, which was just to completely just cover everything, man. I mean, I don't like that. At a certain point, it's like you're not even able to show off the fact that you can create these beautiful textures because you can only show this one texture, which is always just the clothing, and it always looks too shiny anyways. All right. Here's some side by sides. We got the MK4, the Deception, and the MKX. All right there next to each other. Yeah. As you can see there, we got the MK4 and the MKX, which I personally, I mean, I thought they were pretty good. I mean, my favorite, I still think that, no, actually, I think the Deception one is probably the best. But, these are good. Now, we don't see the character again until Mortal Kombat 1. And boy, did they change her design. Yeah, this is what they went with. She's a well, I don't even know. She's a woman, and she's black. So I guess they did it right. I don't. There's like so many things that I don't like about the character. The hair is okay, which is you're probably thinking like, what? The hair is okay because it's different. So it's like that's why I kind of like the hair. But I think they could use a different actress, and I just think it would have been somebody that looked more like what we consider to be who Tanya is. I know it's just a made-up character, but we've seen this character since 1996 or whatever, whenever Mortal Kombat 4 came out. We don't want to just see somebody just random. Even the people that you've given to all the other, they look the part. All right. Here's all these are the designs that I could at least put side by side, because if I put the Mortal Kombat Deception one up there, it just looks janky. Yeah, that's where they went with the design. Honestly, I see what they were doing, but honestly, they could have just did Mortal Kombat 9 all over again. I would have been fine with it. Am I too simple? Next up, we got Sindel. First time we see Sindel would be Mortal Kombat 3. And she was actually, she was one of the few female characters who was actually in Mortal Kombat 3. She did appear also, obviously, in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but she was in Mortal Kombat 3. The design is pretty straightforward. It's got like a little purple, I don't know what those are called, Corset. I don't know. I call it a corset. I don't know what it is, okay? After Trilogy, we don't see her again until Deception. Where they pulled out the cleavage, they tried to pull out all the stops, she got on the thong, butt cheeks out. I think it was good. I think Sindel has that personality where like she could be like sexy and seductive and also like scary. Yeah. Then in Mortal Kombat 9, oh man, they did it, man. They just decided to do it again, where they just make the boobs really big. And honestly, I think I'm just one of those simple kind of guys, because I don't see nothing wrong with it. It looks good to me. Next up, we got her appearance in Mortal Kombat 11. Her appearance in Mortal Kombat 11. The crazy thing is that if you think that this character is like, well covered up, or if this character is like, modest, this is the most risque character in the game. She shows the most cleavage out of anybody, and she has the biggest breasts out of anybody too. They just decided, and this was a DLC character, so they had decided like early on that all the characters that were part of the game, nobody's having big boobs. Nope, they're all part of the itty bitty titty committee. All right. Let's take a look at the side by side there. As you can see, we got Deception, MK9, MK11. Yeah, pretty true to the character, I'd say. Next time we see the character will be Mortal Kombat 1. And I really like this design. I don't like her attitude in this game. Like, she says some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard, man. Should I bow to my creator? You better. They tried to give her a little booty in this game, right? We can give them credit for that, right? They try. Here, let's see, right? They try. Look at the cusp. It's a cusp. A cusp. Yeah, she's pretty. I like it. The little head thing, I have no idea. I just left that on there so y'all can see how stupid that looked. I don't know why they put that on there. And here they are, side by side. As you can see, they didn't do too much besides, take the cleavage way down. I'd say they pretty much left everything else pretty much the same. I'd say so. Here's a little close-up of the face. I do think that MK11 does have a slight edge when it comes to the facial graphics. Like when you zoom in, you can see the pores on their skin. Like it's just really good. I ain't gonna lie. MK11 was up there with those graphics. But I mean, at any rate, they could have just given us, you know, thick Sindel, like, you know, something like that. What am I alone here? Next up, we got Lee May. Oh, the fan favorite Lee May. Everybody begged for Lee May. They're like, we want Lee May. And then they finally gave him Lee May, and then they're like, I don't want to play with Lee May. We first saw Lee May in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which you know what? I actually forgot this. Like, I had to go back. I thought she was in one of the 3D games. No, she was in all of the 3D games. As you can see here, they pretty much gave her like a stripper's outfit again. And then in Deception, they gave her like this villain look. She looks like a Power Rangers villain, especially right there. She really looked like a Power Rangers villain. I don't know what made them put that helmet on her. I guess they wanted to try to give her a look that maybe wasn't her just looking like she was a stripper. You know what? We should give them some credit for that. That's pretty good. Good job, NetherRealm. Is this NetherRealm? No, this was Midway. Good job, Midway. Those scars have you given him. All right, next we would see Lee May. It's actually not until Mortal Kombat 1. And as you can see, there's a huge difference in the way that the character looks. The character holds themselves, or excuse me, carries themselves. Like the way, like you look how she look at the camera. Who you talking to? Talking to me? That's what I thought. So she kind of, you know, she's a little bit more, I don't know, masculine, aggressive, something like that. Here's the two side by sides. You got one on the left there. It's Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, and on the right, you know, it's Mortal Kombat 1. It's a pretty big difference, man. I mean, just they take things away from the characters that at the time they were something that we associated with the character. So we associated sexiness with this character, and they completely took that away. Like she is not sexy. She is not sexy. Okay? She's not sexy. Oh, why are you looking at me like that? She looked like she just looking at you like a certain kind of way, you know? Like if we could have got this, okay? Or this, I don't want to hear it, guys. I don't want to hear it. Okay? At this point, just shut up. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we got Nara. Nara, we've been hearing stuff about. I have been hearing just, you know, the murmurs around the community just for the. They wanted Nara so bad. I mean, they was asking for Nara in MKX. They were asking for Nara. They wanted to see what she would look like in a modern game. Well, you know, we did get our wish. I don't know how many people were happy with it, but we'll take a look. This is still her design in Deadly Alliance, or excuse me, in Deception. I'm sorry, she wasn't in Deadly Alliance. She was in Deception. You know, she's a vampire. You know, they gave her boobs. That's about it. She's a vampire with boobs. Except for now, she's not a vampire with boobs. She's just a vampire who doesn't know how to voice act. That's what she is. Hey, Megan Fox, how you doing? Of course, they covered up her butt because why wouldn't they? You know, they have to cover up that thing. We got the side by side there. The biggest thing they did, like she used to didn't wear pants. She just had on some panties. Now that shirt thing, I don't know what that is, but it actually looked kind of sweet. It looked like it's cold outside. She needed a sweater, you know. I like the little head thing that they gave the new Nara. I like it. It's pretty good. I don't totally disagree with the new design. It's just, you know, a lot of censorship. It looks like a lot of censorship, and the wings are still like I think they did it. I like the fact that she can air dash. This is a perfect game for her to be in with the air combos being brought back. So, you know, the character, you know, she's okay. She ain't top tier or nothing like that. She's okay. I would probably probably prefer a look like this. Or maybe this was gonna get you. Or maybe that. I'm just saying, they could have did it. It was right there, it was on the table. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all I got for you today. Listen, I understand when a game becomes a parody of itself, like the game that's on the screen right now, which is Dead or Alive. In that it's just it's a breast fest, okay? And I understand that, they want to get away from things where they're just over-sexualizing the women. But, those were the jiggle physics back in the day, man. Those things were crazy. I just don't necessarily know if I agree with, women can't be sexy and also still be deadly. We've seen that time and time again. I wasn't gonna bring up Ashra just because Ashra is not really a character who was like she's meant to like look sexy or cute, but I might as well just show you this. Like, look, you got Ashra from MK1, right? This is Ashra from Deception. Okay, now they don't look too different, right? Okay, I'll give you that. They don't look too different. Let's take a look what they look like without their hats. Boom. Okay. That is Ashra from Deception without her hat. Boom. And that's the one that we're stuck with. So regardless of whether or not the character like needs to portray a super sexy woman, it doesn't mean that she couldn't look the part. I mean, like, I bet you probably would never expect this, but boom. Right? She could be cute. They could have did it, man. They didn't want to. So, overall, I mean, is NRS making the female characters ugly? No. The female characters are still beautiful. They're still attractive. And, the whole thing about, you can't, why would a woman come to a fight in a bathing suit or something like that? None of that stuff, it holds any water, okay? Because how long has Liu Kang been fighting in nothing but pants? Okay, you go out there and fight in your drawers. It don't make no difference what you fighting in, bruh. You're fighting. This is hand-to-hand combat. This isn't even like war, like, where they're shooting. That's not even what this is. This is combat. So, yeah, that answer doesn't hold any water. And I just don't, they're not making them ugly. Okay, that is my overall consensus. They're not making them ugly. They are, however, trying to not sexualize them as much. And the days of just, boobs flopping everywhere seem to be gone. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to stick to hentai. Sorry. But that is all I got for you guys. It's a pretty long video. It took me a considerable amount of time actually putting all this stuff together. But hope you guys liked it. If you did, please do leave a like. I would appreciate it. You guys know how this works. If you please would subscribe. I'm making Mortal Kombat videos all the time. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date with things in the community. Again, I appreciate you guys. That is my time. I did my thing. I guess you guys can see me at the end. Hey buddy. It's the 30 Sub-Zero. Question? Yanue.